If you're over 60 and wide awake at 3 a.m., heart racing, brain wired, it's not stress, and it's not just normal aging. It's a cortisol spike at the wrong time. These 5 supplements, taken individually or in combination, can help calm that spike and support deep, restorative sleep. Pay close attention because the exact dose and timing are what make them truly effective. Many older adults aren't aware of this, even if they've heard of these supplements. Yet when used correctly, they can be a game changer for both sleep and metabolism. Here's what's happening inside your body. You have 2 opposing hormones, cortisol, your morning hormone that wakes you up, and melatonin, your night hormone that helps you sleep. These 2 cannot coexist at high levels. When cortisol rises, melatonin drops. Now here's what triggers that 1 to 3 a.m. spike. Blood sugar drops during the night. Your body senses this as dangerous, so your adrenal glands release cortisol as an emergency alarm. Cortisol raises blood sugar by pulling glucose from the liver, and suddenly you're wide awake. Not groggy, just alert. Cortisol is activating, and repeated nighttime spikes do more than wake you up. They can block human growth hormone, raise insulin, increase visceral fat around your organs, suppress testosterone, and elevate inflammatory markers and cytokines. So this isn't a sleep problem, it's your hormones misfiring. And if you're over 60, this becomes even more common. Why? Because as we get older, adrenal resilience weakens, key nutrients decline, and stress builds up. Those random wake-ups are often a sign of metabolic instability, not insomnia. Now let's get started with the first supplement that helps break this cycle. Quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only and isn't a substitute for medical advice. Now let's begin. The first supplement is arguably one of the most underrated and dual-purpose options for people over 60. It acts as both a sleep aid and longevity support. It's glycine. Glycine is a simple amino acid that your body naturally makes. But as we age, production drops significantly, with some researchers thinking we fall short by actual grams every single day. Glycine solves 2 major problems for aging sleep. First is the body's internal thermostat. To fall asleep and stay asleep, your core temperature needs to drop by about a degree. When you get older, your internal thermostat can become less stable, leaving you too hot and prone to waking up at night, even around 3 a.m. Glycine is unique because it triggers peripheral vasodilation, opening the tiny blood vessels in your hands and feet, drawing heat away from your core and transferring it throughout your skin. It literally cools your body down into sleep. Second, glycine improves what's called your sleep architecture. As we age, we lose deep sleep, or slow-wave sleep, which is the physically restorative phase where your brain repairs and cleans itself. According to a study published in the Journal of Sleep and Biological Rhythms, glycine has been clinically shown to restore this specific phase of deep sleep without making you groggy the next day. With all of this, glycine is an excellent supplement to help you fall asleep and stay asleep through the night, including those frustrating 3 a.m. wake-ups. For dosing, a commonly recommended option is buying bulk glycine powder. The great thing is that it basically tastes like sugar, so you can stir it into a cup of chamomile tea or any drink you like at night as a sugar substitute. Studies often use around 3 grams, roughly a heaping teaspoon, taken about 60 minutes before bed. Keep in mind that glycine may enhance sedation from sleeping pills, anxiety medication, and muscle relaxants, and may interact with clozapine and certain antipsychotics. Please exercise caution if you're taking these medications. The next supplement on my list is a key mineral many adults over 60 miss. It's magnesium. Here's what almost no one emphasizes. Your adrenal glands rely on magnesium to help regulate cortisol. Many people don't get enough magnesium, which can affect sleep and overall health. For adults over 60, this can be especially important. Magnesium isn't just for relaxation. It helps support adrenal function, boosts GABA, your brain's calming neurotransmitter, and assists in converting serotonin into melatonin, the hormone that helps control sleep. In addition, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's rest, digest, and detox mode. In short, magnesium is the brake pedal your nervous system needs at night. Now here's the vicious cycle. Stress burns magnesium. Caffeine burns magnesium. Alcohol burns magnesium. Poor sleep burns magnesium. Even intense workouts, especially too close to bedtime, burn magnesium. So what happens? Stress depletes magnesium, cortisol rises, sleep worsens, more magnesium is lost, often triggering those frustrating 3 a.m. wake-ups that many older adults experience. And the cycle keeps repeating. Data from the United States National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey show that many Americans consume less magnesium from food than the estimated average requirement, and low magnesium intake has been linked to elevated inflammatory markers like HSCRP, insulin resistance, and poor sleep quality. Magnesium is also involved in over 400 processes in your body. Not getting enough means many systems may not function optimally. Studies looking at sleep often use about 300 to 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium, taken roughly 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Good forms include glycinate, threonate, or taurate. Magnesium oxide is poorly absorbed, and magnesium citrate is mostly for constipation and can wake you up to pee. Not ideal for sleep. Timing is important. Taking magnesium too late may miss the cortisol suppression window. Magnesium helps calm your nervous system, reduce fight-or-flight activity, and prepare your body for restorative sleep. The next supplement on my list is another amino acid found in green tea leaves, L-theanine. While magnesium relaxes the body, L-theanine works on the mind, helping to calm racing thoughts and promote a state of wakeful relaxation. It's arguably the best supplement for the type of insomnia where you are physically tired but your brain refuses to shut off, what I call tired but wired. Why is it good for aging sleep? First, after about age 60, your liver processes caffeine more slowly, so that afternoon coffee might still be stimulating your nervous system late at night, contributing to cortisol spikes that can wake you up at 2 or 3 a.m. L-theanine helps counteract this effect. Second, it quiets your chattering mind. According to a study in Nutrients, L-theanine crosses the blood-brain barrier and increases alpha brainwaves, the same type associated with wakeful relaxation and meditation. This helps stop the mental checklist running through your head, allowing your body's natural sleep process to take over. Unlike some other supplements that come in powder form, L-theanine is most effective in capsule form. Look for about 200 milligrams per capsule and take one roughly 60 minutes before bed. If your mind races severely, studies show that up to 400 milligrams is safe. L-theanine can lower blood pressure slightly, so use caution if you take blood pressure medications or beta blockers. The fourth supplement on my list is a brain-supporting nutrient that helps regulate your body's cortisol response. It's phosphatidylserine. It's a type of fat that makes up a crucial part of every cell membrane in your brain, supporting the membranes in your hypothalamus and pituitary gland, the command centers for cortisol production. By doing so, it helps your body respond to stress more appropriately and stay aligned with your natural sleep-wake rhythms. Taken before bed, it may calm the signals that trigger nighttime cortisol release, keeping cortisol levels in better balance during sleep. As we get older, natural phosphatidylserine levels tend to decline, which is part of why sleep problems and cortisol issues become more common after the age of 60. Supplementing may help support levels closer to what they were when sleep came more easily and stress felt easier to handle. A typical dose is 300 milligrams taken about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. The best form comes from sunflower and is called lecithin, which is cleaner and less likely to trigger allergies than soy-based supplements. Take it with a small amount of food to improve absorption, but avoid calcium at the same time because it can interfere with uptake. Some people notice the effects within the first week. They may fall asleep more easily, stay asleep through the night, and wake feeling more rested. The sleep may feel deeper and more restorative, not just longer. The fifth supplement on my list is an adaptogenic powerhouse that resets your stress response. It's ashwagandha root extract. This ancient Ayurvedic herb helps your body adapt to stress by recalibrating the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, so it doesn't overreact at night, preventing those frustrating 3 a.m. awakenings that many older adults experience. Its active compounds, called withanalydes, mimic your body's stress-regulating hormones, fitting into cortisol receptors like a key in a lock, while also increasing the sensitivity of GABA receptors. This makes your brain more responsive to its natural calming signals. For older adults, ashwagandha is especially valuable because it addresses both high nighttime cortisol and the long-term accumulation of stress over decades, essentially giving your stress response system a complete reset rather than a temporary fix. The key to getting maximum benefits from ashwagandha is using the right form and dose. Look for a standardized extract containing at least 5% with analytes. There are two well-known options for this, KSM66 and Sensoril. Both provide consistent amounts of the active compounds, ensuring a reliable effect compared to raw root powder. Take 600 milligrams about an hour before bed with a small amount of fat, like a spoonful of almond butter or coconut oil, because with analytes are fat-soluble and absorb better with lipids. Ashwagandha is considered safe for most people, with few side effects reported. If you're sensitive, start with a lower dose of 300 milligrams and gradually work your way up. Always choose organic ashwagandha to avoid pesticide residues that could interfere with its beneficial effects. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. And remember, before adding any new supplement to your routine, always talk with your healthcare provider, especially if you're taking medications or managing a health condition. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.